What's up, y'all? DeeksView here, back with another video. Let's not waste any time and just jump right in. In this video, I'm going to be revealing the biggest storyline of the upcoming Super Bowl 57, featuring the Eagles and the Chiefs. But before I do that, I'm going to reveal the top 5 biggest storylines, counting down to the biggest one. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, story number 5, Andy Reid faces his old team. In 1999, the Eagles hired Andy Reid as their head coach, and from 1999 to 2012, Andy led the Eagles to 5 NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl appearance. On December 31st, 2012, the Eagles let Andy Reid go, and in only 5 days, Andy found his new home in Kansas City. Ironically, current Eagles coach Nick Sirianni had been a Chiefs assistant coach for 4 years from 2009 to 2012, and when Andy was hired, he fired Nick and the rest of the Chiefs coaching staff. Andy Reid went on to take the Chiefs to 5 AFC championships and on their way to the 3rd Super Bowl appearance. Andy is the first coach in NFL history to lead 2 different franchises to 5 conference championships. Both head coaches are facing their former team that let them go, and it's a pretty cool story to watch in the coming weeks. So next up we have story number 4, the Kelce Bowl. For the first time in NFL history, 2 brothers will face each other in the Super Bowl. Both Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce are future Hall of Famers, and both are debatably one of, if not the greatest, to ever play their respective positions. Travis playing tight end and Jason playing center, of course. Talk about a dream scenario for their family. One of them is guaranteed to win a ring this year. Story number 3, Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes makes up for the first ever Super Bowl matchup between 2 black NFL quarterbacks. Being that February is Black History Month, expect this to be talked about a lot within the next 2 weeks. The number 2 biggest story of Super Bowl 57. Is this the beginning of the Jalen Hurts legacy, or are the Eagles just that good all around? The talk of the Eagles season has been whether or not Philly's success was because of Jalen Hurts. Analysts and so-called experts tried to paint the narrative that the Eagles' success had nothing to do with Hurts and that any quarterback could win with that roster. Well, Jalen ended up missing a couple games, and the Eagles literally lost both games with Gardner Minshew as the starter, so that myth was quickly debunked. Jalen Hurts was every bit of critical to the Eagles' success this season and is rightfully an MVP candidate. However, if you watch the Eagles vs 49ers game, despite the score, Hurts really struggled throwing the ball. Their defense and their run game won it for them. Now, it is worth mentioning, Jalen Hurts was a big part of that running game, so he is still a valuable player to the Eagles. So, either way, that will resurface the question of how important Jalen Hurts is as a passer to the Eagles winning the big game. And in Super Bowl 57, all eyes will be on him to play like the MVP candidate he was all year. Now, before I get to the biggest storyline of Super Bowl 57, I just want to plug my Twitter, @DeeksViewOG. That is where I'm the most active. Although most of my tweets are about my favorite team, the Bears, I also tweet a decent amount about other teams, and I do live tweets each game day, and I will be covering the Super Bowl a lot, so if you want to follow me and interact with me, check out my Twitter. Also, go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like this kind of content. I've mostly posted about Bears content, but I'm branching out, and I'm going to be doing the entire NFL from here on out. And finally, the biggest storyline of Super Bowl 57 will be Patrick Mahomes chasing the greats. It's no secret that Patrick Mahomes is the new face of the NFL, with Tom Brady finally looking his age. Mahomes is pretty clearly the best quarterback in the NFL and off to the best start by a quarterback in NFL history. Talent-wise, Mahomes is second to none when it comes to playing the quarterback position. The only thing he is missing is rings, plural. He has 1, but a second will thrust him into the all-time great category, and at the age of 27, Patrick will have an entire decade after the season to chase his 3rd and possibly 4th and 5th rings if he handles business versus the Eagles in 2 weeks. When Tom Brady won his 6th and 7th rings, we thought for sure nobody would ever dominate as much as he did through his career. And only a few years later, here we are talking about Patrick Mahomes chasing Tom Brady's dominance. He is on pace, he just has to start collecting a couple more rings to actually be in the GOAT conversation. So those are the 5 biggest storylines you will be hearing over these next 2 weeks leading up to Super Bowl 57. I can't wait for the game. I think it's going to be one for the ages, as I believe the best team in the NFL is facing the best quarterback in the NFL. Go ahead and click onto my channel and check out my other recent videos. See you there.